We're sitting here at Costa Cafe with Gabor Harsanyi, and a question came in from one of our Hungarian friends, and this was translated from Hungarian. I have been coming to your meetings and watching your videos, and at times of struggle, I still find it difficult to make being present my priority and practicing being present as much as possible. When my problems are screaming at me and taking all my attention, it is hard to convince myself to relax into the simplicity that you talk about, and the subtle sense of being seems impractical to me. For example, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills this month, and that's all I can focus on right now. It is taking precedence, and nothing else can become my priority. Can you help me with that?
Well, the question was about being in the present moment versus other things in life as priority, I think, if I remember correctly. And which is the question in and of itself reflects on a major problem in so-called spiritual teaching, which is that the inner silence, or being present, is looked at as a content, meaning that okay, I'm going to study inner silence, and I'm going to do some meditation, then I'm going to do some therapy, then I'm going to do some past lives, and then I'm going to do crystals, and then I'm going to take my kid to school, and I'm going to make some vegetarian food, and I'm going to drive my car. Then I might do a little bit more inner silence. So I have just described the way inner silence is being used or thought of. Inner silence is being thought of as a content. It's another thing that I do. It's another thing that I do preferably after I have finished all my other priorities. And that is a huge misunderstanding. Inner silence is a context. What is the difference between context and content? The easiest way I remember is that if you have a bowl of cherries, the cherries are the content and the bowl is the context. Inner silence is not something that you do, it's not something that you accomplish. Inner silence helps you become the real you, the real powerful you, the you that is holding God's hand. So, at any moment in time, I have a choice. When let's say I want to do a task, I want to drive my car. Do I want to drive my car as a limited being, or do I want to drive my car as a being holding God's hand? My superior self, my higher self. None of the words are good or adequate. It's not something that we do occasionally. It's something that we need to be aware of every time we do something, actually prior to doing something. It does not compare to other tasks. Let's say I want to make a phone call. I can just lift up the phone and talk unconsciously, not coming from the present moment, and my mind can go on and on and on and on and on. Or alternatively, I can be aware of who I am, being aware of who I am, and coming from that context, the telephone call will be 100 times more effective, 100 times more loving, 100 times more convincing in every aspect of life. So when someone is asking a question as to what is the priority and considers being present, being in your body as something that I do, the question already is showing the basic problem. It's not a content, it's a context. Having the right context, we will totally amplify your ability, increase your ability to be super powerful in your everyday life. It's what you do, it's what you are all the time. So don't use it as a priority, be who you are, and then address the rest of the stuff in life. Thank you.